said,
Head over to uncutgear.com, find a shirt. Now.
Today. Get one.
Or tomorrow. I don't care when. Just go.
Tell, if you can't afford a shirt, do us a favor and tell everybody about the site, uncutgear.com. Okay?
Now, on to the NFL.
Right.
Go get your suicide picks in, your fantasy picks. Set your lineups. Do whatever you got to do. And will Peyton Manning play before week 3?
Yeah, that's going to be the big news. I mean, right now, I know everybody, especially in Colt land, is worried about, okay, what's going on with our quarterback situation? Because there probably is not a worse quarterback situation than what Indianapolis is dealing with, except for maybe out in Seattle, because Charlie Whitehurst could possibly be their starter. Wow. Sorry, Melvin. But
I don't know, dude. Honestly, to have Kerry Collins, seasoned veteran, I might add, Kerry Collins.
Yeah, and
he's not Peyton Manning. I understand that. And if there's one team in the NFL who relies more on the quarterback than any other team in the nation, it is the fucking Colts. The Colts will be the first team to tell you, without Peyton Manning, you're not the same team. But I'm going to tell you right now, with the available quarterbacks out there, I don't think Kerry Collins was a bad pickup. Kerry Collins,
he does what he has to do.
Look at his last 3 or 4 jobs. He was brought in to be the backup. He ends up being the starter.
Yeah. Yeah, which will not happen in Indianapolis.
No.
But yeah, the question is how long is Peyton? I mean, this shit, I'm starting to think it's much worse than what the media is saying. I mean, what they're letting the media know.
A neck injury on a non-mobile quarterback, dude, seriously, Peyton, you've got enough money. You've got your Super Bowl ring. I don't want to see anybody get hurt to the point where they can't enjoy the money that they've earned playing a fucking game. But
I mean, the thing that is the most scary about this, when I really sit back and I look at this whole Peyton Manning situation, is that I got fucking Reggie Wayne as my fantasy receiver. Who's going to throw that motherfucker?
Man, come on. that's what's... Wow. Now,
I mean, is that selfish or what? I'm just saying, he's fucking everybody's fan. I got Collie.
That's why I didn't pick one Colt, not even a defense. Now, who's playing Thursday night? Drew Brees versus Aaron Rodgers, 2 of the top quarterbacks, I would say, in the NFL. Who you got winning the game?
I got to go with the Packers.
I do too. I think they're a better team. They're going to come in completely healthy.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, when you look at the Green Bay Packers, I mean, you look at a unit that has stayed together. So the key word you just said is team. Okay, they are the one team. You know, you got the Steelers. You have a couple other teams as well, but the Green Bay Packers have stayed together as a unit. Not only that, but the Green Bay Packers managed to win a Super Bowl with a lot of their fucking players hurt, and now those guys are back. So they're all used to playing as a unit, and I just think that you would have to make them definitely the favorites to come out of the NFC. And
I'm going to be interested to see how the rookie Ingram does, because I imagine Ingram's probably going to get 20, 25 carries. Be looked for out of the backfield. I'll be impressed. He's the running back out of Alabama who got picked up by the Saints.
Right.
Now, with the NFL season fast upon us, we're probably going to go over this on Sunday or Saturday. We'll talk about more of the games that we're looking forward to. Right. So you guys will see this. We'll probably cover this weekend's upcoming games this time next week.
Right.
Just to say, what happened, blah, blah, blah. Now, in college football, with everything that went on, you had Boise State winning a game that just irritated me to no fucking end. You had LSU win a game that they probably shouldn't have won because they're missing their quarterback. Right. A lot of things happened in college football, but the one thing everyone's talking about that no one thought anyone would talk about is Maryland.
And I'm going to tell you why they're talking about Maryland. Well, first, I was talking about Maryland because Maryland, our beloved Terps, Fear the Turtle, Hell in a Shell, worked your boys.
Yeah.
Even though they had 8 players absent.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, not one of those 8 players would have made a difference.
It would have.
The Miami head coach has an uphill battle. And I've told Kevin this. Once the ACC changed their entrance requirements and bumped it up to be more competitive academically, Miami's football program went straight into the shitter.
Yeah, it really did.
Florida State started to as well, but now Florida State is found, and they're coming back up. They're back on the upswing.
They're starting to get good recruits.
I think Miami needs to go, it's been fun in the ACC. Let's go over to the SEC.
Right.
I don't know what the requirements are to get into the SEC, but Vandy's about the only academic school y'all got.
It really is about the only academic. I mean, the other schools are okay, some of them, but I mean, they're not. Vanderbilt's the only standout in the SEC.
And what I'm getting at is the type of player that Miami could get.
Or could get.
They're not going there anymore. They're going to University of South Florida. They're going to Florida Atlantic. They're going to Florida International because they can't get into any of those schools, and they're like, fuck it. That's why those schools are becoming so competitive.
Right. Well, you just saw what USF did who did USF upset? They upset somebody. Was it Notre Dame? Who did Notre Dame play?
It might have been them.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's rotten.
Notre Dame's rotten, and before we get on to that, we're just going to have to talk about what George was getting at was
Maryland's uniforms. No, and for all you people out there who goes, they're ugly, they're terrible, but you know what? They serve the purpose.
Yep.
They got their football program trending. It was all over Twitter, all over the news, and I'm going to tell you right now, some kid who's running a fucking 3.9, 4 flat 40 in Texas goes, I want to play there because those uniforms are flashy. And that's exactly, and if you don't believe me, ask Oregon.
Yes.
How did Oregon build their program? Because they have 97 different uniforms.
University of Maryland came in and they revamped everything. Now the comments that I was hearing, the funniest one had to be from my boy Joe Cristiano. He said that they look like crash test dummies. I was fucking howling. And then my other client said they look like Darth Maul. I mean, some of the shit, but like you said, all over Twitter, all over ESPN. It was the big news in sports yesterday. Fucking uniforms. Now,
the other big thing is their new helmet that's coming out has a red stripe right down the center and all these little squiggly things all over it. They're turtle shells.
They're turtle shells. They came out in warm-ups in that shit.
Yeah, cool. Hats off to you. Because you know what? As soon as you play Florida State, it's a wrap.
But I mean, I like the Maryland program. Obviously, I'm a diehard Terp fan, but I want to see basically what this guy can do. I mean, he came out of UConn. You got to beat Florida State. You got to beat Florida State. You got to be. You did one Monday night. You beat Miami, but you
got to beat Florida State. Got to beat Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech's the team to beat. I think, this year. Yep.
I mean, there's teams they got to beat. I mean, that's a great home win. That's exactly how you should have opened your season, and that's exactly how we're closing the show because George has to go to work
later.
Oh, and by the way, Uncut Gear and women's MMA.
Yeah.
I bet Uncut Gear is going to be bigger than women's MMA.